Get ready for courtroom drama like no other. In today's video, we explore 7 cases where parents tried to hide the truth, from secret surgeries and hidden incomes to misusing child support, but were immediately exposed by the judge. In this court, the gavel brings justice and the truth always comes out.
Judge, this is a case of the Walkers.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Mr. Walker, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Thank you, Your Honor. For the past year, I have been paying child support to my ex-wife, Jennifer. Currently, our daughter is in my mother's custody, and I'm bringing this case.
Wait. Why is your daughter in your mother's custody?
So she was initially in my custody, but before this year, I was a teacher, and I got promoted to principal. But I'm now working at a school that's on the other side of town. I wanted to make sure that my daughter stayed in the school that she's in because she has been there for the past 4 years, and I wanted to make sure that, well, she's been in that district for the past 4 years, and I wanted to keep her development because I agree with the education plan that they have there. So I took the job because it was more money and it was a better career for me. And
more money, so should you be paying more in child support then? Making more money?
Well, I think that I should be paying my mother the child support. Currently, I'm paying my ex-wife the child support, and I have no idea where those funds are going.
Let's get into it. Inside a tense courtroom, Judge Vonda takes her seat as a child support case begins to unravel with unexpected twists. The silence breaks as Mr. Walker steps forward, claiming something isn't right. But what he reveals will shift the entire direction of this case.
How much do you pay in child support?
$500 a month.
Okay. Continue.
And so she's in my mother's custody right now. My mother is retired. We had an amicable conversation about my daughter living with my mother because she is retired. She worked for the city of Dallas for 28 years.
She worked?
Ma'am, we do not need the extra. My bailiff, Mr. A.K.A. Fuller, he will make sure that you're escorted out of this courtroom if you cannot control yourself. Understood?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. You may continue.
So ultimately, the main goal of this case is that I want to move the child support from my ex-wife and then start paying.
Rightfully so. There's no reason she should still be getting any type of child support payments. Ma'am, Ms. Walker, have you been reallocating these payments that you're receiving from Mr. Walker to his mother?
Yes, Your Honor. I have receipts. I have everything. I've been taking care of my child.
Mr. Walker explains that despite paying support every month, his daughter isn't even living with her mother anymore. And Judge Vonda immediately locks in on that detail. Now in the custody of his own mother due to career demands, he questions why the money is still going elsewhere, raising a critical issue of accountability.
What type of receipts are you talking about?
Receipts for me buying her food, clothes,
Okay,
shoes.
that's called parenting. That's not child support.
Well, I'm using his money for the kid.
But the child does not live with you, correct?
Because of him.
That wasn't my question. The child does not live with you, correct?
Yes, that's correct, Judge.
Okay. Where is it that you are working right now?
Right now, I am an office manager at Walker's Dentistry.
Office manager? Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's what I do, Judge. I'm an office manager right now.
Okay. And how much is it that you make a year?
Maybe about $70,000.
$70,000. Okay.
And I'm also a single mother.
Okay. Well, congratulations. There are a lot of single mothers in this world. So that's not information that we need in terms of calculating child support, okay? How many children do you have?
I have a total of 3. I have 1 with Mr. Walker, and I have 2 with my previous husband.
Okay. All right.
When questioned, Jennifer insists she has been taking care of the child, but under Judge Vonda's scrutiny, her claims begin to fall apart. Receipts for personal expenses surface, exposing a troubling gap between intention and reality as the courtroom atmosphere grows sharper.
Continue. What is your reason for this child living with his mother and you're receiving child support payments? And according to your testimony, you're giving the money to his mother. Is that correct information? Is she giving the money to your mother?
That is incorrect, Your Honor.
Is your mother here today?
She is not. My daughter is actually home sick with the flu. So she's at home with my mother right now.
Okay.
Judge, our daughter Kayla was living with me, and Blaine decided to come get her on the weekends. You know, everything was perfectly fine. She was getting along with the other kids in the house. So when Blaine started to come pick her up, and by the time he dropped her off, she would become so angry. She was fighting the other two kids. So I don't know if he was telling her things, but she would come back very...
Ma'am, that's more information than what I need.
Okay.
The bottom line is this. The child does not live with either of you, correct?
Correct, Your Honor.
And you're paying child support currently, but to Ms. Walker.
Correct.
And Ms. Walker, you are not paying child support at all.
As tensions escalate, both sides attempt to justify their actions, but Judge Vonda cuts through the noise with precision. The truth becomes undeniable. The child is not living with either parent, yet financial responsibilities have not been aligned with that reality.
No, ma'am, I'm not.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do. You said you make $70,000 a year. Does that include any overtime or anything?
That includes overtime, yes it does.
Okay, so I have your gross at $5,833.33. Now after taxes are taken out, that comes down to $4,625.06. Who pays health insurance for the child?
Blaine.
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, how much is health insurance?
For the past year, I've been paying $50 a month.
Okay, how often are you paid?
I get paid once a month.
So $25 a month, okay. And then you said you have 2 other children
And I
one
pay
child.
mortgage and car note. And
Ma'am, he has the same expenses. That means nothing to me.
With financial details laid bare, Judge Vonda begins recalculating support based on actual income and obligations. Every number matters now, as she dissects earnings, expenses, and responsibilities to determine what is fair, not just legally, but ethically.
Ms. Walker, your child support is going to be set at $707.28. That includes the $682.28 for child support and $25 for health insurance. Mr. Walker, your $500 payments will be reallocated to your mother. And as I stated, Ms. Walker, that $707.28 will go directly to his mother as well, since that is who the child is living with. Am I right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, is there anything else from either of you? If nothing further, you all are dismissed.
In a decisive moment, Judge Vonda delivers her ruling, redirecting payments to the person actually raising the child. The courtroom falls silent as the final order reshapes the entire case, proving that in this system, facts, not claims, ultimately decide the outcome.
Judge Vonda B. Court is not in session. Judge, this is the case of the Hollands.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay. Is it Mrs. Hollins?
Miss.
Miss Hollins. Miss Hollins, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes, ma'am. My sister-in-law, I've had her child for 7 years, and
7 years.
Yes, she was incarcerated for about 3 of those years,
Okay.
along with my brother, the daddy of the child. And she's turned her life around, and she's working, but I'm not receiving any child support, and I'm not asking for 7 years worth of child support. But Stevie is 9 years old, and she needs dresses and stuff, and she's at that age that she needs more things and stuff.
Okay.
And I need help. You know, I'm a vice principal, and I make okay, but I do need the help.
I definitely believe you need help as well. Ma'am?
Well, I think we all need help in this world. I mean, truthfully,
Okay.
you know.
Well, everybody in this world is not Stevie's mom, okay?
That's
So let's talk about Stevie.
So
What is your plan in terms of financial support? Did you have any plans to give any financial support?
All right, let's dive in. The courtroom falls silent as Judge Vonda takes the bench, her presence instantly commanding control over the chaos about to unfold. A woman steps forward, Miss Holland, revealing she has raised her niece for 7 long years, carrying a responsibility that was never supposed to be hers. And now, under Judge Vonda's watch, a question looms heavy in the air. Why has the child's own mother contributed nothing?
well, first off, I have 3 daughters, including Stevie, and
Okay,
yes, Stevie
congratulations.
Well, okay, but Stevie is my pride and my joy, and I understand that she wants her dresses, and she wants her nails painted, and she wants her hair made. But there's just certain things you just can't get in life. You can't get everything that you want. Well, you shouldn't get everything that you want.
Food, clothes.
Yeah, the necessities,
I
ma'am.
think
What do you,
Women.
ma'am, excuse me. I need you to address me.
Sorry.
You do not need to address her. Okay?
Okay.
So you do understand why you're here today, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so tell me why you're here.
I'm here because she wants more money.
She wants more money or she wants some money? Because it's my understanding
she
you...
wants more.
No, ma'am. It's not agreed to take care of your child. You understand it, right?
Yes.
Okay. And your brother, you said, is incarcerated?
Yes, ma'am.
So she's not able to get any money from him, so...
And she's
Winner,
the
winner,
reason
chicken
he's
dinner.
in jail.
Oh, she's the reason. Okay. Well, you know...
not true.
Yes,
Ma'am.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Judge Vonda sharpens her focus, pressing for answers as the mother attempts to explain her absence with a mix of excuses and deflection. She admits the past: incarceration, poor decisions, a life once entangled in reckless choices, but insists she has changed. But Judge Vonda doesn't entertain narratives. She demands accountability, making it clear this courtroom is about one thing: the future of a child named Stevie.
Oh, Bunny and Clyde, you know, I don't even want to get into that because those names do not have anything
Well, I can
good
think of another name
attached to
begins with
them.
B, but it's not Bonnie.
Ma'am, listen.
Yes, ma'am.
You're here today because you're going to pay her some child support. I do not care about your Bunny and Clyde rendezvous you had beforehand, okay? We're here today for the support of Stevie, all right? So I have it here that you are a you work in the Derby? Would you explain that to me? What did you do?
I am a roller derby queen.
Okay, so let's talk about that, queen. What throne do you sit on?
So it's this amazing sport. Everybody should be able to do it at least one time in their life.
Okay,
And
and you're paid money to do it, correct?
well, yes.
Okay, how much are you paid to do this?
Well, you know, about $48,000 a year.
Okay, and $48,000 a year
Right?
as a roller derby queen,
Yes, ma'am.
and you have not been paying child support for your child.
Well, she has Stevie, and I have my other two kids.
So that makes a difference. It
If she
doesn't
was
change
in
your
high school,
obligation.
she'd be in detention.
As tensions rise, Judge Vonda cuts through distractions, refusing to let irrelevant history cloud the issue at hand. The mother's attempt to shift blame collapses under scrutiny, and the focus snaps back to financial responsibility. With precise authority, Judge Vonda reminds her, this is not about the past, not about excuses. This is about providing for Stevie, starting now.
That does not change your obligation to Stevie. You understand that, right?
Yes.
Okay. I also see here that you are in school.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What are you in school for?
I would really, 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 really like to be a social worker.
So a reformed Bunny and Clyde now social worker?
Well, you know, everybody's got dreams.
Okay, well, you know, God bless those children. All right. So let's talk about your money that you're going to be paying, okay? Is that your only source of income?
Yes.
Okay. So $48,000, I have your gross at $4,000, which your net is $3,349.88. Okay?
Can you round that down to like 69 cents?
Can you get a job that pays less? Because it's based on a calculation. I don't have anything to do with that.
Oh.
You make $48,000 a year, your net is based on that $4,000 amount gross after taking out taxes. You understand that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, who covers health insurance?
I do.
Okay, how much is health insurance?
$120 a month.
Then comes a surprising revelation. The mother claims she's a roller derby queen, earning a steady income while raising 2 other children. Judge Vonda immediately dissects the contradiction. How can someone earning a living still fail to support their own child? Even as the mother speaks of dreams and education, Judge Vonda grounds the conversation in reality. Responsibility doesn't pause for ambition.
Is that for the child only, or is that including?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have you reimburse that to her, okay? Yes, ma'am, you looking really confused right now, and I have no idea why you are, because As a part of your child support obligation, you have to cover health insurance.
But Stevie don't really get very sick.
Whether she gets sick or not, that has nothing to do with health insurance. You understand how health insurance work, right? Are they teaching you that in school?
We haven't got to that chapter yet.
Okay, well, you started a little early in my courtroom. Health insurance is required, okay? So when I add that to your child support obligation, your obligation before the reimbursement was $586.23. You add $120, that brings your child support obligation to $706.23.
Kick in the bucket, that's a lot.
Well, and I gave you, guess what? I gave you credit for the other children that you have as well. Okay, so $706.23. Any questions?
Do you accept Monopoly money?
Now, the numbers take center stage. Judge Vonda methodically calculates income, expenses, and obligations with clinical precision. The mother attempts to bargain, even joke, but Judge Vonda doesn't bend, reinforcing that child support is not negotiable. Health insurance, basic needs, financial duty, every detail is laid bare as the true cost of neglect is finally quantified.
You know, no, she does not accept Monopoly money. You cannot deposit it into an actual bank.
Yes, Judge. Is there any way I can keep her
Yes,
from...
you're accepting Monopoly money?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying, yes, Judge, is there any way she can keep her away from Stevie? You see this kind of person she is? You know, I don't think that's a good influence for Stevie.
Well, you know, that's not a matter before me. That's not something that I necessarily deal with.
Stevie is my baby.
Okay. Ma'am, please don't address her. Please do not address her. That's a different matter. That has nothing to do with this court.
Yes,
We're
ma'am.
just here
Thank you.
specifically for the money. Ma'am, I'm not gonna touch that situation at all, okay? Anything concerning your daughter and keeping her away from you, that has nothing to do with me, okay? Okay? If nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Your Honor. I hope you fall off them roller skates.
That's not nice. Did you wear that to court?
And then, the ruling lands. Judge Vonda delivers the final figure, over $700 a month, an unavoidable obligation now set in stone. Attempts to deflect, to joke, even to shift focus toward custody are shut down instantly. This courtroom has one purpose, and Judge Vonda enforces it without hesitation. As the session closes, one truth remains undeniable. Under Judge Vonda's authority, excuses fade, but responsibility is permanent.
Judge Vonda B. Court is now in session. Judge, this is the Ocean case.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay. Is it Miss or Mrs. Ocean?
Miss.
Miss Ocean, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
I need more money each month to pay for, his activities and food and clothing, his expenses as he's getting older.
Whose activities? Who's
Kevin's, our son.
Kevin? Okay, how old is Kevin?
He's 14.
14, okay. And you need more money? He's not giving you enough money?
No, he pays.
The case opens with Miss Ocean standing before Judge Vonda, asking for more support as the pressure of raising a teenage son begins to mount. From the very first exchange, Judge Vonda senses this isn't just about money, it's about expectations, responsibility, and who carries the real weight.
For tuition and health care, but,
Wait a minute. He pays for tuition? If I remember correctly about tuition, it's kind of expensive. It's not anything that's cheap. So how much is he paying in tuition?
$395 a month.
$395 a month. And you say he pays what else?
For health care.
Health care? How much is health care?
It's $185 a month.
$185 plus $395. Okay, is there anything else you want me to know? What type of activities?
Well, he's joined the football team. And then he plays guitar.
Guitar. Okay, and has he enrolled in those activities yet, or?
Yes.
Okay, and you're paying for those?
Yes.
Miss Ocean explains to Judge Vonda that their 14-year-old son Kevin is growing, and with that growth comes rising costs, activities, clothing, and daily needs. She admits the father already pays for tuition and health care, but insists it's no longer enough to keep up with Kevin's evolving life.
And you want him to pay for it?
At least help, yes.
Okay. So there isn't anything else you want to tell me before I move to him?
No.
All right. Sir,
Yes,
you pay $395 in tuition.
that's correct.
And is it $185 in health insurance? Because what I see $85 in health insurance.
It's 185.
It's $185, okay. And then, what else?
There's guitar lessons, clothes. Whenever he stays with me, I pay for, all his activities and everything else too. So it starts to add up.
Okay.
As you can imagine.
And she wants you to pay for more than that?
That's correct.
I'm not understanding this, ma'am. The way that child support works is supposed to pay a certain percentage.
As the father speaks, Judge Vonda uncovers a different narrative, one where he's already contributing far beyond the basics. Tuition, insurance, clothing, even personal expenses when the child stays with him, he claims it all adds up fast. Judge Vonda immediately challenges the premise, signaling that child support is not a system designed to offload every responsibility onto one parent.
For the child, not for you to just get off scot-free and have him paying for everything. That's not how this works.
I understand, but as he's getting older, his expenses are getting more.
And I understand that. And what do you do for a living?
I'm an administrative assistant.
So you make money too, right?
Yes.
So it naturally follows that you should be covering some of these expenses as well, correct?
Yes.
All right, so I'm not going to have him be responsible for each one of those things individually because he's doing a lot already. And sir, where do you work?
I'm a pool cleaner.
Pool clean. How much do you make a year doing that?
About $45,000.
All right, yeah, that's not how this works. I mean, did a friend of yours tell you that you can come in here and get him to, run him through the slammer and have him pay everything? Did somebody tell you that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well, were you thinking that on your own?
I just wanted more help paying for this.
All right, so I'm gonna need you to go ahead and pay for some of this on your own.
Judge Vonda shifts her focus, questioning both sides with precision. What do you earn, and what are you truly responsible for? When Miss Ocean confirms she also has income, Judge Vonda delivers a firm reality check. Support must be shared, not shifted. The tension rises as Judge Vonda makes it clear. This courtroom won't reward imbalance disguised as necessity.
Because I'm not going to make him responsible for everything. What I have here, sir, I'm not sure if your employer made a mistake on your documentation, but what you provided to the court for medical insurance, I have $85, not $185. So I only can give you credit for what's in front of me. If that's an error, you can come back at any time and get that fixed, but I have to go with what's in front of me. So based on $45,000 a year, I have your gross at $3,600. I have your net at $2,948.13, which would bring your child support amount to $589.63. However, considering that you do pay a lot for this child already, the Texas Family Code allows me to consider factors to deviate from what your child support amount should be. One of those factors being child care expenses. So what I'm going to do, instead of making you pay that $589.63, I'm going to make your child support $395 just to ensure that the child's tuition is covered.
Digging into the financial records, Judge Vonda identifies inconsistencies in the father's documentation, particularly around health insurance figures. Still, she proceeds with what's legally verifiable, calculating income, obligations, and what the law actually permits.
Every month. So that's your education. Your child's education is very important. So your child support is going to be based on that. So $395 a month.
So you're raising my child support?
No, your child support is going down. So
Oh, okay. I'm not good at math.
Yeah, no problem.
I was told there would be no math during this session. So.
And that's one, I thought that it would be the same thing when I went to law school. Somebody lied to me. I still have to do math. So instead of $589.63, your child support is going to be the $395 a month for the tuition that you would pay. And you, of course, will have to keep covering the health insurance. And if you choose to pay for football and guitar, that's up to you. But ma'am, you need to be responsible for something. So, does anybody have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Any questions?
No, I appreciate it though.
No problem. Well, you know, you don't even have to thank me. You can thank the legislator because they give us the option to do this for people. It's just the right thing to do. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
And then the ruling lands. Judge Vonda delivers the final figure, over $700 a month, an unavoidable obligation now set in stone. Attempts to deflect, to joke, even to shift focus toward custody are shut down instantly. This courtroom has one purpose, and Judge Vonda enforces it without hesitation. As the session closes, one truth remains undeniable. Under Judge Vonda's authority, excuses fade, but responsibility is permanent.
All rise. Support court with Judge Vonda B is now in session. Judge's case number JVB 1084, Daniel's case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. All right, Mr. Clough,
Yes,
you're
Your Honor.
back, except today you're the petitioner. Looks like we found mom.
Finally found her.
Okay, finally found her. What can I do for you today?
Well, Your Honor, I'm here to get some justice. I think it's time that I get back what I've been giving out.
What do you mean by that?
Money. I've been giving so much money and she hasn't even been here.
Right.
You know?
Well, before we really get started, are the kids in the car with the dog again today?
Kids aren't in the car, Your Honor. The dog got hit, so he's in a doggy wheelchair.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, I'm sorry to hear that about the dog, but the kids are fine.
They are. They're with the neighbor.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. So, what's been going on? I mean, it's been a few months since I've seen you.
Right.
So, it looks like you were here, back when you were here, they had excuse me?
She just looking at me crazy.
I'll make it easier for you. You focus on me.
Right.
Don't excuse me.
Sorry, Judge.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it. This is your first time here today. And if I remember correctly, you filed the lawsuit on him previously and had the audacity not to show up. So you definitely need to pipe down.
Okay, I chose money though.
Okay, well, you may have, and we're going to get into that and see how much money you probably are going to be paying on child support, but we want to, oh my gosh.
You see? God don't like ugly.
Oh.
You know what? You talking about you?
God don't like ugly.
Here we go. Inside support court, tension rises as Judge Vonda takes the bench, immediately setting the tone for what's about to unfold. A father steps forward, not as a defendant this time, but as a man demanding accountability after months of silence from the children's mother.
You know, this happens every now and then when the weather is bad outside.
No,
Things happen in court.
And
Well, no, the weather is bad
that she got.
outside.
You know what? Talk to the judge. Don't direct none over him.
Okay, what she just said is right, all right? But I'm not agreeing with you in the sense that, you know what I mean? Let me tell him to be quiet and talk to me only.
I got you,
all right,
Judge.
Mr. Clough, continue. So, as I was saying, it's been a few months. So the kids have been with you, looks like it's been about 7 or 8 months now.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So in this 7 or 8 months, has mom been paying?
Have you been paying?
Well, no,
No,
that's
she
not how this
hasn't, Your
works.
Honor.
That's not how this works.
She hasn't been paying.
All right.
She has not been paying.
Has she at least been visiting with the children?
She hasn't visited the children, but she visited that man in jail that she ran off with.
Oh, the one that was in the car that you
In the
really couldn't
Cutlass,
see?
yeah.
The Cutlass. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
he got arrested not too long after I saw you for the PPP loan. Is that correct?
No.
That's how she
is
got that.
incorrect. That's incorrect.
She got what? What's that?
You know, from the last time. She got the booty in the booty.
What they call it something though.
Yeah, the BBL. She know.
Oh.
Why you telling my business?
People need to know.
People don't need to know nothing. That's for the gram.
Anyway, Your Honor.
I mean, I wanted to know, but you know, we're not here for that. We're not here for that. I'm not going to be petty. So, you are seeking to put mom on child support.
I am.
All right. And health insurance.
As Judge Vonda digs deeper, the reality begins to surface. 7 to 8 months have passed, and the mother has neither paid support nor visited her children. Instead, explosive accusations emerge, revealing distractions, questionable choices, and a lifestyle far removed from parental responsibility.
Who's covering? Well, I would assume she's not. Are you covering health insurance? Are they on Medicaid? What's going on?
Well, I wasn't at first, but I got a promotion at work.
All right, congratulations.
I appreciate that.
All right.
I made me a manager at the McDonald's, so I'm making a little bit more, and I was able to put 2 of the kids on insurance, but not all of them.
Okay.
Just can't cover that many. So.
All right, so the other ones, what are they doing?
Well, my other job kind of covers that as well.
Okay. All right, so at least all of the children are insured.
They are.
All right. How much is that insurance total for the kids only?
On McDonald's or the other job?
No, just in total.
It's about $350.
$350. Okay. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
I think that's about it, Your Honor. Just ready to hold her accountable.
Okay, boy. Okay, Ms. Daniels.
Yes, Judge. I'm sorry.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Judge, I'm sorry.
Are you here to be pretty, or are you here to tell me your side of the story as to why you shouldn't pay child support today?
A little bit of both, Judge. But I'm
not interested in whether you're here to be pretty or not. That has nothing to do with my ruling. You understand it, right?
I do, Judge.
All right,
but I should be pretty for you.
Well, let's stick to the facts. I could care less how you look.
Okay, Judge. Let's get to the facts.
Please do.
And
quickly, without all the extra.
Not extra at all. The fact is, Judge, I had these children for 10 years before I put them on your doorstep.
The courtroom grows sharper as Judge Vonda redirects the chaos, cutting through personal attacks to focus strictly on facts. The father outlines his struggle, multiple jobs, partial insurance coverage, and the burden of raising 5 children largely on his own.
He was barely doing anything. That's why I petitioned the court, Judge.
Okay, well, here's the deal. You petitioned.
Yeah.
He showed up. You didn't. I dismissed
I had an opportunity, Judge. Had to take it.
Okay. And could you do me a favor? Could you, if you're going, I don't allow gum chewing, but if you don't have anywhere to put it, I would suggest you at least.
I'm good at that. Yeah.
Okay.
Now you see.
What?
Mr. Clough, Ms. Daniels, continue, please.
Well, that's why I petitioned the court. I do apologize for not showing up, Judge, but let me tell you, I came up, you know.
Oh, let's talk about this come up. What kind of come up are we talking about?
Well, Judge, I met a man who said he can change my life, Judge.
All right, so how financially, did he change this life of yours?
Not too much.
Oh yes.
Mr. Clough. Mr. Clough. We don't know. Let's hear her side of the story, because I'm pretty sure she's going to say some interesting stuff about finances.
Judge, Clough don't know nothing. Listen, understand that I got at least, 6 figures in the bank.
Oh, okay.
Had 6 figures in the bank.
You said what now?
Mr. Clough. Again, I'm not. Excuse me, Miss Daniels. When I speak, both of you be quiet. Mr. Clough, there will be no more outbursts. Okay. I understand you both are frustrated. Emotions are high. But let me get through this hearing, okay? Because if I can't get through it, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna reset it. And I know neither one of you want to pay for court parking again, right?
I don't.
You don't want to take off your work, right?
Only one of us will be here.
Okay, but you want some sort of relief, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in order for me to do that, I have to hear the facts. Now, Ms. Daniels, again, continue.
Now, under pressure, the mother steps forward, but Judge Vonda wastes no time dismantling distractions. Past legal failures resurface, missed court appearances, abandoned claims, and a narrative begins to form that raises serious questions about credibility.
So, like I said.
No, let me direct you really quick. You're getting ready to talk about these 6 figures you have in the bank.
I do.
All right, how much money we talking?
We talking about, 300-400, you know what I'm saying?
Bullshit. Sorry.
You said no more outbursts.
I was coughing. I'm sorry.
It's true. It's your allergies.
Yeah.
Handle that. You need some tissue?
No. No, thank you.
Okay. Ms. Daniels, that's what you have in the bank. How much money are you making annually?
Well, it kind of just depends on the year and how many promotions I get. how many companies want to invest in me. So it just depends. Anywhere between.
When are you going to answer my question?
Judge, it's a difficult question for me. Because, you know, sometimes I can have a promotion that's $500, or I can have a promotion that's $50,000 plus. So,
Miss Daniels, you know I don't have a lot of time, right? I have other cases I need to get here.
I do understand that.
Right, so you obviously came here to waste my time.
I didn't.
You did, because I asked you a very simple question.
Yes,
On average,
simple answer.
On average, how much do you make in a year?
Judge, I'd like to say about maybe about 30 to 100K.
Okay, 30 to 100,000?
Yeah.
So we just gonna take the high end so we can keep this moving, because you came here to waste my time and I do not have time to play with you.
Oh my God.
When finances come into focus, Judge Vonda demands clarity, but instead gets vague answers and inflated claims. Talk of six figures and influence quickly unravels under scrutiny, exposing inconsistencies that only deepen the court's skepticism.
And is this from an employer, or are you self-employed? What are we doing?
Self-employed.
All right.
I do influence.
What do you influence?
I influence the world.
You clearly aren't influencing. You said the world?
The world.
Well, that doesn't include these 5 children, because you don't even go and see them, right?
It's just been the last couple months.
Well,
okay?
no, excuse me.
Yes, Judge.
You're influencing everyone but these children that you do not have anything to do with and you do not financially support. You said they were with you. Excuse me?
It's hot.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
It's getting hot.
She trying to show you what she had
The BBL?
done. Yeah.
I'm not interested in the BBL. Let me tell you what I'm about to do. I'm about to make these numbers go BBL, okay?
Judge, can I speak briefly?
Briefly. Make it quick.
Quickly, in the last few months, it has been a downtrend due to inflation and all that stuff. People aren't paying as much.
How much was your BBL?
I didn't pay for that.
How much was it? How much was it?
I mean, you know, I got more than the BBL. I had tube sock titties, so I got the boobies, and I got the booty, and then I got all that. So he probably paid $35,000, $40,000. Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah, let me hurry up and get you out of here with these numbers. You are about to pay child support. You have 5 children total, or do you have other children outside of these 5 that are under the age of 18?
No, I don't.
Okay,
they're grown.
So just the 5 children, right?
Yes.
All right, so 5 children, that is going to be at the 40%. And you said health insurance was about $350, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So your child support, you're looking at monthly. So with your testimony being on the high end of $100,000, that's what I just based your child support off of. So, I mean, well, I was going to make it higher than that and do it like the $350,000. Then that would make you cap out. But
I think you should do that.
Well,
no.
If I have to accept her testimony is true, but I don't really think that it's going to help her.
The tension peaks as Judge Vonda confronts the contrast between claimed success and visible priorities. While the mother speaks of influence and lifestyle upgrades, the judge highlights a harsh truth. None of that influence seems to reach her own children.
Too much, because her child support is still going to be pretty hefty. So I have your gross at $8,333.33. That brings your net to $6,512.07. So $6,512 times the 40%. That brings your child support amount to $2,604.
Is that a week, Your Honor?
How often are you paid? Are you paid by the day? You paid by the month? How are you paid?
Judge, it just depends. I would.
She just answered my question. That's a monthly amount.
I mean, that's
how
great.
she's paid. It'll just break down, but the amount is $2,604 plus.
I can give you that.
Plus.
You need it.
$350 reimbursement for the children, so that brings your monthly rate to $2,954.
I got it. Can the kids stay with him now?
That's right.
Like I
The
said,
kids will continue to live with him because that's who they live with, and obviously
They can stay.
you care more about a BBL than them.
That's not true.
And we don't know when she's gonna run off again with the next guy.
No next guy. I'm good.
It'll be a caprice this time.
I'm good.
Oh, okay. So we're good with the numbers then. Is there anything
Great.
further? All right, is there anything further that you want me to know that's related to this?
Judge, briefly about visitation. How does that work?
The kids are going to stay with him, and you guys are going to work that out at a
We don't get
different.
along very well, as you can see.
Well, obviously, but I mean,
With precision, Judge Vonda begins calculating the consequences: 5 children, income estimates, and fixed obligations. The final figure lands heavily, nearly $3,000 a month, a financial reality that reflects months of absence and responsibility ignored.
they need to stay with him and probably see you on weekends if you're so busy.
That's my busiest time, Judge. I can't do weekends. Maybe Monday to Tuesday.
Well, they go to school.
Right, and I'm at work.
Are you going to get them to school?
No.
Can't.
You can't get them to school.
She don't have a car.
You don't have a car?
She make all that
please.
money,
Oh, you a lie.
but ain't got no car.
You better go see the rose outside.
What kind of roses? I love roses. What color?
I just said rose, like rose gold color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
because I know we weren't talking about that other one. But
no,
anywho,
we're not
that's
good.
neither here nor there. Is there anything further, Mr. Cliff?
I think that's all, Your Honor.
All right. Well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
In the final moments, Judge Vonda delivers clarity. Custody remains with the father, and visitation will be limited by the mother's own availability. As the courtroom settles, one thing is undeniable. In this case, accountability has finally caught up, and Judge Vonda made sure of it.
All rise. Judge Vonda B. Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1008, Bishop versus Sanchez.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Bishop,
Yes.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, my girlfriend, Linda, she hasn't been supporting the child like I feel like she should be doing.
What do you mean she hasn't been supporting the child? You
Well,
talking about emotional support? You talking about financial support? What type of support are you talking about?
Financial support, actually being there, visiting, it's very rare that she comes around.
Okay. And what
And
is
when-
it that you're asking me to do about that?
Well, I would like to have some kind of financial support from her end, and if we could set up some sort of visitation that she actually is in the child's life.
Okay, everyone, let's get into it. The courtroom doors swing open as Judge Vonda takes her seat, ready to oversee a case that could define the responsibilities of parenthood. Today, it's Bishop versus Sanchez, a battle over child support and parental duties that promises to expose raw truths and stark realities.
Okay, how old is the child?
2 years old.
2 years old.
2 years old.
You don't visit with the baby?
No, I mean,
No?
I have a night job, and so I sleep during the day, so it's really hard to get up and see the child.
So, because you have a night job, you cannot spend time with your baby? That's what you're saying today?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're okay with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you not want to be a mom?
No, Your Honor. The child, I did not want the child. Philip convinced me to have him. I thought it would be okay, but it ended up being a boy, not a girl.
So let me get this straight. You do not want the child because it's a boy and not a girl?
Correct.
That is like the most ridiculous thing anybody has ever said in my courtroom. Because of the gender? So do you not think you need to be paying child support to him?
No, he makes more money than I do.
But he has the full responsibility of parenting the child. You're not doing anything. You don't even want the baby.
Mr. Bishop steps forward, his voice tense with frustration. He claims his girlfriend Linda has abandoned her role in their child's life, not just emotionally, but financially. Judge Vonda listens intently as the conversation unfolds, revealing a mother unwilling to engage with her 2-year-old son, sparking questions about obligation, responsibility, and the consequences of choice.
Yeah, if he wanted the baby, he should take care of it then.
You made that up. Okay, let's go ahead and move forward because, okay, how much money do you make?
$4,000 a month.
$4,000. What do you do for a living?
I'm an entertainer.
What does that mean?
I'm an exotic dancer.
Oh, okay. So $4,000. Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that exotic dancers cannot be in their children's lives? Oh no, you said you don't want to be in the child's life.
Yes.
You just want him to pay you child support and you want him to assume the full responsibility of taking care of the child too because he wanted the child.
Well, I didn't want child support from him. He can just have.
But you don't want him to pay. I mean, you don't want to pay him.
Correct.
No, that's not how this works. He is not going to be the one that takes care of the child 100% of the time and then you just get to go.
The story takes a sharp turn when Linda admits she never wanted the child, citing the gender of her son as her reason. Judge Vonda's courtroom falls silent as the words land like thunder. This is no ordinary dispute. The tension escalates as she challenges Linda on her lack of contribution and forces the issue of financial accountability into the open.
Dance or whatever it is that you do, I'm not exactly sure what you do at your overnight job. That's just not how it works. So let me tell you what we're going to do. You're going to start paying him child support a month. Now, in terms of visitation, if she doesn't want to visit with the child, there's nothing I can do to make her do that. However, she will start paying some sort of child support today, okay?
Okay.
And you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you have a problem with that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, just making sure. So, at $4,000 a month, I have your net calculated at $3,266.81, which brings your child support amount to, you only have one child?
Correct.
Okay, $653.36, and you cover health insurance?
Yes.
How much is it?
$344 a month.
300, and that's for the child only, that doesn't include you, right?
Correct.
Okay. So that amount is going to be added to that.
She makes it clear the father will continue covering health insurance, but anything beyond that becomes a choice, not an obligation. Closing the case, Judge Vonda leaves both parties with a lasting message. Parenthood isn't negotiable, and responsibility can't be outsourced.
So $653.36 plus the $344 that he pays in health insurance will be $997.36 a month. Okay. All right. That should be enough for you to cover anything that you need to get for the child. And just so you know, this child is going to grow up, obviously. He's 2 years old now. He can come back later as, you know, his life changes. He starts going to school. He might want to put him in private school or, you know, anything like that, any type of extracurricular activities. He comes back in here, you've made more money, you already know what's going to happen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What's going to happen?
I would have to pay more.
Oh, okay, long as you understand that. All right, is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Okay.
Numbers are finalized with precision. $653.36 in child support, plus $344 for health insurance, totaling $997.36 a month.
Judge Vonda B. Court is now in session. Judge, this is the case of the Bridges.
Thank you.
Yes.
You all may be seated. Mr. Bridges, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
I found out that she has a little bit more money, and I wanted to put a little bit more for the child.
Okay. How old is the child?
12.
How did you find out she had more money?
The child told me.
What? You asked the child or the child told you?
Oh, the child told me. Came back from visiting with her and is like, Mama has more money.
What? Where did he say this money came from?
He didn't tell me. He kind of only heard little bits. I think it's from the life insurance policy that she has, and only way I think of that is that she got a loan. Oh.
Ma'am. He's lying. Ma'am, when I get to you, you'll have your opportunity to speak, okay? So, the child said life insurance?
Yeah, they said something about like life, so I'm guessing it's a life insurance policy, and the only way to really do something with that.
When did he tell you this? Wait. Hold on one second, sir.
Yes. Okay, everyone, let's get into it. The courtroom lights dim, the air thick with tension, and Judge Vonda Bailey calls the session to order. Mr. Bridges stands before the court claiming he's uncovered hidden wealth, money that could change the landscape of child support forever. Every word feels like a spark ready to ignite a firestorm.
Let me let you know how this goes, okay? I do all the question asking, you address me. Do not address each other. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Now, is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
I mean, the child did tell me what he believes she was using it for.
What did he say she was using it for? Because I think that matters.
Purses.
Purses?
Yes.
Purses? What kind of purse? Like the one she has on the table there?
I don't know purses, so I can't say. I just know that he said Mama's got new purses.
Oh, okay. So Mama, tell me about these purses.
What? I'm an interior designer, so I have to make sure that I match with everything I wear.
Okay, and you have to make sure that you have the money to buy that, right?
Well, I go bargain shopping.
Okay.
There's a lot of good purses out there, but I go shopping for my son too, so, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's saying.
So you're saying that your son didn't tell him that you took money out of a life insurance policy?
No.
Well, let me ask you
I don't
this.
think so.
Did you take money out of a life insurance policy? It's a yes or no, it's not an
Yes, I
Okay,
did.
so he was not lying then. You called him a liar. He's not lying about that. You took money out. How much did you take out?
The story begins with a child's innocent revelation, small truths that unravel bigger secrets. According to Mr. Bridges, his ex-partner possesses a life insurance policy brimming with undisclosed funds. Judge Vonda listens carefully, her gaze sharp as the implications start to ripple through the courtroom. Even a mention of designer purses escalates the stakes, signaling a financial game that could alter a child's future.
$30,000.
$30,000 out of a life insurance policy to buy purses? What kind of purses are you buying?
A lot of purses.
Like what? What kind of bag is that?
It's a Michael Kors.
Okay, you know what? You obviously came here to waste my time. You did. As an interior designer, how much money are you making?
I'm not making
that was not my question. As an interior designer, how much money are you making?
$60,000.
$60,000. So you took out a loan against a life insurance policy for $30,000. That's half of what you make as an interior designer. And you did it to buy bags. You didn't do it to spend on this child. Who does the child live with?
Him.
Child lives with him. And has she given you any money additionally for the child?
No.
The tension spikes as evidence comes into focus. Judge Vonda probes with precision, questioning the flow of money and its purpose. Mr. Bridges accuses, the mother defends, $30,000 allegedly withdrawn to fund a lifestyle of luxury, not the child's needs. Michael Kors purses, bargain shopping, and the financial realities of an interior designer collide, painting a stark picture of priorities and responsibility under Judge Vonda's careful scrutiny.
Ma'am,
I've given him
you
some.
have to say about that?
He's lying. Puro mentiras. You're just lying.
I don't even know what you just said, so I'm not going to even entertain it. Let's talk about the monies, okay? So, at $60,000, I'm going to calculate your gross for that. And I'm also going to calculate that gross for that $30,000 that you have. Where is that money housed right now?
It's in my account somewhere.
So, don't play with me. In your account somewhere. In like a bank account sitting? You're not doing anything with it?
It's somewhere safe where he don't need to be touching it.
You know what? Well, he's definitely getting ready to touch it because I'm getting ready to do these numbers. The $60,000 a year, I have your gross at $4,800. Your net for that is $3,935.18. Then on that $30,000 that you have in a safe place, the gross is $2,500. I have your net, let me make sure this is right, $2,144.63.
Calculations begin, numbers dictating the weight of accountability. Judge Vonda meticulously breaks down income, net worth, and the disputed $30,000, exposing the truth behind the carefully guarded funds. Every dollar matters, every line item examined under her authority. Health insurance, safe accounts, and unclaimed reimbursements, Each element threads into a larger story of financial transparency and the obligations owed to a child.
Total net of $6,079.81. Who carries health insurance for the child?
I do.
Okay, how much is health insurance?
About 120.
120, okay. Is that for you and the child or for the child only?
Child only.
Okay, child only. And I see here you did not ask for medical reimbursement. I'm just going to have you continue that coverage, okay? You continue the coverage for that. And then at a later date, we may entertain reimbursement for her, but you didn't ask for it today, okay?
Understood.
So, net $6,079.81. That bring your child support amount to $1,215.97.
I mean,
You have anything else to say? You want to tell me about some more money you have in a safe place so I can make that child support amount go up?
No, I don't.
Okay, so you don't have anything further then, I'm guessing, right?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, do you have anything further, Mr. Bridges?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, well, you all are dismissed.
The verdict approaches. Judge Vonda sets the child support at $1,250.97, a figure anchored in justice, fairness, and the realities of both parents' financial standing. The courtroom exhales. The tension lifts slightly, yet the weight of responsibility lingers. In this case, no one walks away untouched. Judge Vonda ensures every action, every decision resonates with accountability and the long-term welfare of the child.
Miss Henry.
Yes, ma'am.
Mrs. Henry, excuse me. You brought this case before the court.
Yes,
what's going on?
Well, I'm bringing my husband, hopefully ex-husband soon, for child support. He roughly pays about $1,000 a month, and I feel he should be paying more because he makes more. He makes more than I do.
Okay, but he's not under a court order, right?
No, ma'am. He just gives.
So he voluntarily gives you $1,000 a month for child support.
Yes, and exactly voluntarily gives me money every now and then.
That's a good thing, right?
Every now and then he gives me money. Then most time I'm begging for him to give me money.
Still get it.
So what's going on? Like, fill me in. How did we get here today?
We're here today because I know he's a truck driver. He's over the road all the time. But like I said, I need more money for my children. They're in activities, private school. I just need more money. And I'm not jealous of him or anything like that. That's what he said before, but I'm not.
You said they're in activities and they go to private school, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Isn't it fair to assume that the $1,000 is covering that?
No, it's not.
So who needs the money, the kids or you?
Let's jump right in. All rise as Judge Vonda Vanderbee takes her seat, the courtroom tense with anticipation. Mrs. Henry steps forward, demanding justice for her children, hoping the court will make her soon-to-be ex-husband take full responsibility. This is more than money. It's a test of accountability and care.
Well, of course, I have to look good too, but I don't spend that money on myself. I spend it on
She
my
spend all of it on herself, Your Honor.
No, I do not. No, I do not. You don't have proof of that?
Your Honor, I
You don't have proof of that?
You
do not have proof of that?
Excuse me. Okay. As best you can, try not to interject until I'm done speaking with her, and I promise I will come over to you.
Thank you, because I was talking.
I was talking to him. I did not need you to echo me.
Yes,
okay?
ma'am.
All right. Now you answer my questions.
Yes, ma'am.
Wouldn't it be fair to say that with the tuition as well as the children's expenses that $1,000 is covering that?
It's not.
How much is the tuition?
Tuition is, we have 2 children.
Okay.
And tuition is it's about $500 a piece. That's $1,000 right there, and I still need more money because I need clothes. I need to feed them.
Does he give you any money in regards to extra, like for the extracurricular activities or anything like that?
I'm trying to get extra. He won't give me that. No, he does not give me extra.
What is the visitation schedule between the two of you?
He has the kids Sunday through Wednesday.
That's split.
Mrs. Henry lays bare her struggles. $1,000 a month barely scratches the surface. With children in private schools and enrolled in activities, expenses are relentless. Judge Vonda listens carefully, her sharp questions probing whether these voluntary contributions truly meet the children's needs.
So let me just make sure I got this straight. He's voluntarily giving you $1,000 a month for child support, correct?
That's correct.
He has the children, you said Sunday through Wednesday?
Yes.
Which means you have them Wednesday through Sunday.
That's correct.
Who pays health insurance?
I do, Your Honor.
How much is health insurance?
It's roughly $309 a month. She asked me a question.
But she's still talking to me though.
Okay, I did ask him a question.
Okay.
So, everything that I just repeated back to you is accurate, right?
He has money. He's spending on other women.
That wasn't my question. Everything that I just repeated back to you is accurate, right?
Pretty much.
So I'm confused as to why you're here. Are you trying to put him on?
I want to put him on.
You want to put him on child support
Yes,
for
ma'am.
the $1,000, or are you trying to put him on child support for something more?
Something more, yes.
Okay, let me move over to. Well, before I move over to him, what do you do for a living?
I'm a teacher.
All right. How much money you make?
I make about $60,000.
All right. Do you have access to private health insurance for the children?
Yes, I do, but I'm a teacher. I don't have that extra. That's why the father should help out with that.
He does. He pays health insurance.
Yes.
He just said he pays $309.
The narrative unfolds. A truck driver on the road, a teacher balancing tuition and daily necessities, and the unspoken friction of informal arrangements. Judge Vonda scrutinizes every claim, exposing the tension between what's given and what's required, forcing both sides to face the truth of their shared responsibility.
So you can't say he needs to help out with that because he's already doing it.
You're right, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Now, sir, what do you do for a living?
I'm a truck driver.
Truck driver. How much money do you make?
I make roughly maybe 82 a year.
All right.
Okay.
Now, help me make sense of this. You give her $1,000 a month for the children. You pay health insurance. You all have a split schedule.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm missing something. Like, what is the issue? Why are we here? Because I would think that you bring someone to child support court if they're not doing something. I do understand making it legal, putting it in a document, but you're asking for more money. So I'm trying to get the disconnect here.
So what it is, Your Honor,
he's spending money on.
she never lets me talk. So
Okay, I'm gonna let you talk.
Exactly.
Okay.
what it is, Your Honor, she's she didn't mention this, but she's engaged.
Wow.
And she just found out that I'm recently dating, so now she's mad at me.
Oh, I'm mad.
There goes the
Very bad.
conflict.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
There goes the conflict.
I'm
Now
not
I
mad.
asked what was the disconnect here. It was something missing. So you brought him to court because he has a new girlfriend?
No, man, I'm not
That's
mad
exactly
about
why, Your Honor.
The narrative unfolds. A truck driver on the road, a teacher balancing tuition and daily necessities, and the unspoken friction of informal arrangements. Judge Vonda scrutinizes every claim, exposing the tension between what's given and what's required, forcing both sides to face the truth of their shared responsibility.
And you're engaged.
Yes, ma'am.
He's still gonna want to marry you after he see what you're doing to this man?
He's on my side about this.
Of course he is.
So he agrees that he should be paying more than $1,000 a month
Yes,
in
like
child
I said,
support.
he has other women that he's pretty much
What does
tricking
his
money
other
on.
women have to do with anything?
He's spending a lot
Quite
of money.
frankly, you shouldn't care. You have a whole nother man that you should be worried about, and you over
understand
here
that.
all in his business.
I'm not trying to be
And he doesn't even
You
work
are
there.
trying to be in his business because you have mentioned it twice that he has other women. His
Yes.
other women has nothing to do with this case.
it
So
really
you can
does,
pipe
Your Honor.
down
It really
and stop
does.
bringing that up. It has nothing to do with
Okay.
it. Well, let
It
me
really
say it
does.
like this. It is not going to have an impact on my decision today.
Wow. Okay.
Okay? Thank you. Now, so you have a new girlfriend and she's in her feelings about it. Okay?
She always try to come by to see if she's there. If she sees out, she always try to come make a hostile environment.
Did your fiance come to court today?
No, he didn't.
Oh, well, I'm glad. Because if what he's saying is true, that's not a good look.
I am not jealous. I'm not hating. I'm not coming by the house or anything looking for him.
Okay.
So again, the disconnect is
Stop spending that money on the other women and
I need you to stop interrupting me.
The courtroom heat rises. Judge Vonda senses deeper conflict. Engagements, new relationships, and lingering emotions threaten to overshadow the children's needs. Her authority steers the focus back, making it clear this is about financial support, not personal grudges or jealousy.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you have not done anything to prove to me yet that this man needs to pay you even the $1,000.
Okay.
You said the children are in private school. It's $1,000 for private school.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the whole child support, that I need more money to take care of them.
But you're a teacher.
You're taking care of yourself.
What?
You're not taking care of them.
You don't know that.
I do.
Miss Henry. Miss Henry.
Yes,
you
ma'am.
obviously came here to waste my time.
No,
okay?
no, Your Honor.
Yes, you did.
No.
Yes, you did. You are asking for more money, and he's giving just that. He's giving $1,000. He's covering the kids' tuition.
So what about clothing?
Y'all have a split schedule.
I
He
buy
needs
them.
to
I got
maintain
clothes at my
clothing.
house.
Excuse me, Mr.
Please, you
Henry.
bring the
Excuse me.
kids
Give me a
back
minute.
home and they
Give me a
look
minute. Here's the reality of it. You all have a split schedule. You need to be providing clothing and everything for your home. You need to be providing clothing and everything for your home. This is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to order anybody to pay child support. What I'm going to do is that you testified to this. You said tuition was $1,000.
Yes.
$500 per child. So you know what? You're going to pay $500 and he's going to pay $500 directly to the school.
That's
Silence falls as Judge Vonda demands clarity. She dissects each argument, separating fact from emotion, and challenges assumptions about spending and provision. Every response, every hesitation is tested under her watchful eye. The truth begins to surface, and the room feels the weight of her command.
That
you
is
make
right.
more money than I do, and you have.
And you're going to keep maintaining the health insurance, okay? Now, if you decide to get private health insurance on your own through your employer, you're obviously, you know, you can do that. The children can be double insured. But I'm not going to have him pay more than $1,000 or even continue paying $1,000 when, based on both of your testimony, you have a split schedule. That's what's in the best interest of the children, and that's what's fair.
Fair?
That is fair.
That's not fair.
Well, it is fair today. Did you have anything else?
You got it. You got it.
It's always about me, right?
It is.
I asked you a question. Did you have anything further for today?
No, I don't.
Okay, Mr. Henry,
When
did you
bring
have...
the kids back home, make sure they're dressed properly, please.
I bring them back with what they came with.
What? Okay.
Okay, well, Mr. Henry, is there anything further?
That's it, Your Honor.
If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
The gavel falls. Judge Vonda's instructions are clear. Children properly clothed, responsibilities divided, focus on their needs. The courtroom exhales, knowing justice has been served, not for one parent, but for the children. Today, fairness prevailed, decisively and without compromise.